Thing about being the trailblazer, you're gonna smell like smoke.
Going city to city, we turning corners. When you with trailblazers smelling like smoke, pay attention to they joke.
Welcome to Turning Corners. I'm your boy Ray, CantGetRight. Man, look here. I am so excited about this guest. Been knowing her for only a couple of years, but it seems like I've been knowing her a long time. She is a trailblazer in San Antonio. She has the baddest club in the city, hands down. Y'all can say what you want to. Y'all can do once a month clubs, whatever. Y'all can do pop-ups. It's only one. Y'all give it up for my girl, Toya. How you doing, girl?
What's up? Can't get right?
Yeah. What's the name of your club? I didn't want to say it. I felt like it wasn't right for me to say the name of your club.
Horizons and more.
Horizons and more.
Horizons and more.
Now look at what we ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna sit here and get bougie. Cause I know how we talk. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk like we talk because listen, I cannot wait to do this interview. First of all, let's start with some basic stuff. Where you from, girl?
Homestead, Florida.
Really? You know what's crazy? I always thought you was from San Antonio.
Well, I am. I've been here long enough to say I'm here from San Antonio. I've been here all my life, pretty much.
Okay, so you know black people, we ask, what high school did you go to? Come on now.
Huskies, Homes.
Homes?
Yep.
Well, no black people at homes.
That's not true.
What?
That is not true.
There was 3 black people at home and you was it.
It was like 105 of us.
Damn. Okay, so I ain't tripping then. That's not. Oh, I didn't know that. So Florida girl. All right. Do you get a chance to go visit your people much there, or is most of your people here in San Antonio?
They're here now, but not as often.
Wow, that's crazy. I did not know that. So, what made you come to San Antonio? Like, matter of fact, what age did you come here? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't remember the age. I was young. I had no choice to come. My dad got stationed here.
Okay, so military brat.
My dad was in the Air Force, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so I see. All this time we discussed business so much, I didn't know that you was a military brat. But you said Air Force, so that's not really a branch of the military. That's look, I was Navy.
Calm down, killer.
I'm Navy. I got all this Army stuff on, right? But I'm always jealous of the Air Force because they always had the best everything, like for real. Okay, so you went to Homes. What made you decide to open up a club? Because for those who don't know the history, could you tell us about the evolution or from one bar to where you at right now in Horizons and more?
You want the goon side or you want the lady side?
Give me both. Make us go viral. Tell us the damn truth. Come on.
Well, let's see. I was at the East Bar and
where was that at?
New Braunfels and Hayes.
Okay.
New Braunfels and Hayes. And it was an incident that happened. But there was more than an incident that happened. There was, I was working for someone then, honestly.
Oh.
And money became an issue to where it was more about money than it was the customers.
Got it.
And anybody that knows me, I'm pretty much a people person. I love to see people have a good time. I interact with people. I've been every business that I've had, it's always involved people and servicing them. So, long story short, there was an incident that happened. Some things changed, and it became more about the politics of a bar than the people having a good time.
Gotcha.
And at that point, I was like, you know what? Some decisions were made, and I was like, okay, cool. You know what? I'll do this on my own. And the rest is history.
Now, that's what we call turning corners.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what turning corners is. Like, sometimes incidents break people. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, life is hard. So you got some people, an incident will tear them down, make them start doing drugs, get a divorce, leave the kids. You know what I'm saying? I've seen men couldn't handle it because the kids were crying, they leave, and But turning corners is about people who took a bad situation, not blaming nobody, not talking about nobody.
Right.
We're not trying to be negative, but the situation changed you. You know what I'm saying? It was almost a life altering situation, but it changed you. So what gave you the guts? Yeah. What gave you the guts to do it? And let me ask you a question. How long has Horizon been around?
4 years.
This 4 years. So how long were you working for somebody else? Or, partnership or whatever you want to call it.
I guess it was maybe 2 years, if that.
Okay. Wow. So you were still learning the business.
Still learning the business.
Okay. Still learning the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the goods, the bad, not just the people. The people always see just the fun stuff. We're not talking about the politics, the downtown liquor licenses. Then you're a woman. Can we just, before we get into anything else, it's one thing to step out on faith and say, I'm going to do something. Okay. I think that's great. But it's another thing to say, I'm going to step out on faith and do something, not only as a woman in San Antonio, but as a black woman. What in the hell? No, I mean, it's rare. Like, shout out to the women that are doing great things. I mean, it's hard for men. It's hard being human. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
But in San Antonio, the culture of San Antonio, and you said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it.
For one, I guess my faith is, I don't have that grain. They said if you have just a grain of faith, a mustard seed faith, somehow I think, or that I know, I was given the whole package of mustard seeds.
Okay.
Because I believe outside the box at any time. And I always find myself in situations that it's going to take a whole lot of faith to get me through or get me to what I done got myself into. For instance, one day a bill came up and the bill was probably about $14,000, $14,105.22 to be exact. And it came out of nowhere. And the day that it came up, I'm like, I don't have 6,000 of that. Like, where am I going to come up with the rest of this money? And I just keep thinking like, okay, God, I'm here now. What are we going to do? Next time I went back and looked at my bank account, there was money there. So, I mean, I said that to say the things that I get into requires totally a package of faith. Because sometimes that one seed, Lord have mercy. So I just stepped out and, so many people were asking me, hey, Toya, when you opening, when you going to do this, when you going to do that? And, I felt an obligation because of the way that things happen to just step out, and the rest is history.
It sounds simple because even in you telling the story, I'm looking at your emotions. I'm looking at how you, and I remember even the bill that you're talking about. I don't remember the bill, but I remember us talking about it. Because I came in here and you was like, Ray, guess what just happened? And how, God manifested and blessed. It's something about attempting to be successful at something, right? And even when people are thinking that you are activating or you're already at your height of success, they don't know the other stuff that's going on. And we're just talking about the business. We're not talking about health. We're not talking about kids. We're not talking about crazy customers. Yes, there's great customers. That's why I come to Horizons more. But I've also seen, okay, then you got staff. Then you got family. It's just so many different things. How in the hell do you balance it? And listen. I'm gonna put you on your shoe shot, right? Because I need to know the real. This is your shoe shot, right? You wanted to see show the shoes, show the shoes. So you got the cute bougie,
Yeah.
then you got the hood. Show the shoes, girl. Okay, they looking, they seeing. I need to hear the ground, right?
So you want to hear the goon gear side?
I just want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to tune in.
Okay.
They're going to see you. They're going to tune in, you know. Or somebody might be thinking about opening up a club, and they might think it's all good. Okay, well, let's talk. This the goon counter.
Okay, what's the goon question again?
How do you balance it? Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me.
Wow, how do I balance it?
Okay.
Honestly, Ray, I don't have that written down nowhere.
Okay.
And to balance it, I would say it's something that you just get in any business, not just this business. I mean, you wear many different hats. The only hat that's really different in this business is the concern for people that don't know how to handle their alcohol.
Wow.
And don't know how to talk to people when that alcohol gets activated. So at that point, you go from professional to goon real quick in a matter of just blinking your eye. So to balance it, I have to tell you that if it wasn't for the grace of God putting me in this position and me saying yes wholeheartedly, it has to be Him and my staff that keeps me balanced. And you've seen me move around this bar in many different ways. And it's just, Ray, to answer that question, I guess it's just my surroundings. What is going on with me and in here at that time that I'm able to keep myself even. Sorry about the ice maker. It makes ice when we're not here.
We're at a bar.
Okay.
So even when I'm editing, I'm going to be laughing like, Ray, you at a bar. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is like, first of all, to own anything is big. Because it means you're out front. You know, that means you are putting your finances in a bind sometimes.
A lot of times.
I'm trying to be, you know.
A lot of times.
Because people see the air go out. Something happens, or you need this. There's a need. Speaker goes out. Like, so many different things can happen. A new vendor comes around, and the old vendor. It's so many things. What made you want to own a bar? Because here's the thing about it. I've talked to you long enough to know that you're very skilled. You're very smart. Talk a lot of shit. That's why we get along. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, you talk shit. Oh, you talk shit like a motherfucker. And at times, one of the reasons we get along, because you messy like me. I'm like, Toya, you're messy ass. Oh, I like it. Because sometimes, listen, sometimes you got to be messy back to people who try to be messy to you. Fuck it. It is what it is. We ain't going to tell what we talking about, but you know what I'm talking about. Couple exits. Yeah, yeah. Anyway. But why a bar? Because it seemed like you could have did sales. You could have been, you know, working for Fortune 500 companies. You know, you came from a good family. Like, why a bar? And I'm just curious.
Why a bar? I would have to say the people.
Okay.
I'm privileged because not everyone is. I'm privileged to see people at their worst, and I'm able to see people at their best. And to be able to see, most people only get to see one side of a person. I'm able to sit back and see all angles of a person. So when they come to me and they want to talk, or we go to dinner or we go to lunch, they're able to come to me with that guard already down, because they can tell me something and be, pouring their life out to me. And at the same token, I can put into perspective what I need to give them as a friend, not a bar owner, not a businesswoman, but as a friend. And a lot of my patrons, I was told, I was pissed off about something a couple of months ago, and somebody told me, most people, you need to leave them where you met them.
Okay.
And I thought about that, And in some situations, I'm now applying that to my everyday life. But when people that really come to me and really need me, I'm able to be there for them. And to me, that's an honor, because I have the gift. Do I want to call it a gift or?
So let me ask this. Is it ministry? Because, the average church person would tell you, how is owning a bar ministry? But they forget the word ministry means servant. And you have service. You are serving people. I watch you all the time. You can be watching the band, enjoying yourself on your birthday, and jump up behind the bar and see that they are overcrowded, they're working, and you're not only helping your people, but you're also helping out us. You know what I'm saying? And especially the people that think they VIP and they just want to, and they get kind of, I see you. So how is it not a servant? I mean, a ministry? Not necessarily with the church, stigma or whatever, but your gift will make room for you. And sometimes your gift ain't manifested sometimes in the way we think it's going to be. Because you're right. Sometimes coming in here is the only place that people have to vent. I watched you at that bar. I watched you on Tuesdays sit there and karaoke. I watch the people come in and the different people come in and they get to sing and, just get it out. Get the dance. Like I laugh at one dude, man, he be cracking me up. But on that patio, he is having a ball. I don't know what that man went through, but it's a ministry. How is it not a ministry?
It is. But most people don't see it from that perspective. They'll say that, oh Lord, the sinners are over there. But my thing of it is, the sinners are in the church too. They just don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But my pastor, he knew who I was when I came to his church. And he says, you're going to be talked about. They're going to say this, they're going to say that. He says, but if I know one person that's equipped for it and that can handle it, he says, it's you. He says, so I don't have a problem with you going out there and doing what you do. He says, because I know you can handle it. Now, being talked about ain't always fun. Let's talk about it.
Let's be real.
But at the same token, it comes with it. Because my thing of it is, it's what you do outside the four walls. Not inside. Ministry is outside the four walls. And I think we're outside the four walls. What you think?
Yeah. Well, and what's funny about it, and this is the part people don't get. When it's in you, it's in you. There's absolutely nothing you can do to change it. When God has placed something in you powerful to turn a corner, to not give up, it's never just for yourself. Now, you get the benefit from it because there are certain financial benefits you get. There are certain, everybody know your name. You go places, hey, they come and see you. So you got some people, looking at you funny, not knowing the behind the scenes that you put in, right? But when God puts you in a position to be great, you're going to be hated. I don't want to talk about the situation, but we had a situation with different bar owners. We're going to say that. And I didn't realize I called I called a slug, you called a slug, all because of your success. Like, how did that mentally, how did that stop you? How does that keep you from going crazy, knowing, yes, all these good is happening, but I remember, I'm just going to say it, fuck it, it is what it is. We're sending people over here to spy on you, wearing their shirts. Bitch, like really? And I'm watching this whole situation, I'm like, what kind of shit is this? But you rose, you turned the corner, you like, I'm not going to stoop to that level. And then, things happen, that we're not going to speak on. But how do mentally, because I got a follow-up question with this one, this is going to be fun. Mentally, how do you deal with that? And then secondly, I know that fucks with your relationship on the personal side. How do you deal with all that? That's a lot.
We're keeping it. Well, it's me and you, man.
Shit, we talking, man. Listen.
Honestly, there is a certain amount of people that I could just really let my hair down with. And let's give one for the church people. There's so many people that I can allow to go beyond the veil. Mm. And you're one of them. You spoke to me in places of my hurt and my frustration that gave me that moment of peace that I was able to fight at that time. Now, it's never a moment that we're not fighting. But when you're at war with yourself in your head, it's a different type of war. Because in that war, the only voice you hear is the voice that's loudest. You don't hear,
Teach, girl.
You want to hear this calm voice.
Yes.
But when you're in war and you can see it, this voice is louder.
Yeah.
And it's people like you that came into my life. And people like you that came into my life that was able to speak in that moment to get me through that fight at that time. Because the next couple of hours, it was going to be something different. You saw how it was an in and out and different situations and different things happening. Sometimes, what's our favorite saying between me and you? Can't make this shit.
You can't make this shit up.
Can't. So it's in those moments that God will bring someone in at that point in time and speak to that moment.
It's funny because you said something. You said we're always fighting. That's what people don't understand. This is a fight. Not necessarily the bar, which is beautiful. Not necessarily relationships and just life. And then sometimes we're fighting with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I need to give up. Damn, let me cash in. Let me move to Africa. That's one thing I want to do. Let me get the hell.
Talk about that often.
I want to get the hell away from it. And the more I see these people doing what they do, the more I say, I knew I was right. Because sometimes you're not wrong, it's just that you're early. Sometimes God will give you revelation years in advance. And if you don't move, that's on you. Just like this bar right here. I remember this bar has been several things. But when they told me where I was at, I was in Dallas. They were like, no, it's over. I was like, where? What y'all talking about? They're like, bro, the old da-da-da. I'm like, nah, ain't nobody involved. Shit. I came down here on a Saturday.
I'll never forgive it.
What? I was like, never. What? San Antonio got something? And then little start popping up everywhere trying to, But when God puts people in your life. It's not by accident. And that's why I tell people, be careful how you treat people. Because you don't know. You don't know who's going to be your blessing and who's going to be your curse. And I'm saying this as a comedian. I watch these cats, and now that we're doing the podcast thing now, people want to inbox and be my friend. Nigga, you don't like me, and I don't like you either. So, hell no, you ain't going to be able to. Plus, you ain't doing shit with your life. Anyway, I'm real. Listen, this podcast is for people that I feel are doing great things. And hands down, you are one of them. You really are, because I watch how you navigate. I watch how, you handle people. I watch the support of your staff. You know what I'm saying? I watch how we ride for each other. Like, let's talk about this, because you said a lot on your lives. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to talk about this because you said a lot on your live, and I don't think people really get it. So we're gonna run this over and over and over. If there's ever gonna be a short that's made out of this is gonna be one of them. Okay. What is the Horizons family? Because you talk about it a lot. What is the Horizons family?
Meaning?
However you want to describe it. Because,
okay.
Go ahead. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Because this your baby.
So I say it a lot. You don't have to be blood to be family. But it just so happens we're all family. When you come to this door, to me, and from what I hear, because I can only go about what I hear from people. People say that coming into Horizons is like going to your auntie's house. Or you're going to a family reunion. What's that movie, Poetic Justice, when Tupac was that it?
When they hit the family reunion?
When they hit the family reunion, like everybody.
Yeah.
When everybody knows one another. I'm like, and here you're not a stranger. I mean, we all look out for one another, like you said. We all ride for each other. If something that needs to be happen, everyone steps in because they feel like this is their home. And they don't want anything to happen to their home. So when I say we watch out for one another, that's just not here. I mean, I can go out, well, you know what, we're not lying on Turning Corners today. I can go out, not too many places, here in San Antonio, and people take care of me. They don't take care of me because I'm a bar owner. They take care of me because of what we do in here for one another. And that's the way I would like to see it. I don't want to think that it's my title or my position. I'm just a part of the family when it comes to what we do here. I mean, could you say it any better, or can you say it from your point of view to where, I can only tell you from how I feel and what's told to me.
But let me say how I feel.
Okay.
Look. When I hit the door, matter of fact, shout out to my boy Daryl Davis. Daryl, when I hit the door, if Daryl's anywhere in Horizons, he's going to yell, CantGetRight. I'm like, nigga, why do you do that? If Ken, an experienced band, or not, when I pull up, I see Dirty. You know what I'm saying? And I'm shouting out people. I'm going to miss some people. But I see Dirty. Hey, what's up? What's up? You good? And that nigga hit hard, too. I'm like, nigga, if you hit me in my back one more damn time, strong ass. But it's love. You know what I'm saying? There are days where I'm having a bad day. Listen, there are spots closer to me where I live at. But I know if I come to Horizons, the bartender's going to treat me good. I'm going to hear some good music. I'm going to laugh with AK or K-Sam or, my nigga, fucking DJ, oh yeah, Kevin. Like, that's my nigga.
Got a good day or a bad day with Kevin?
That's my nigga. Good day, bad day, everything. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I'm saying is, I know I can come in here and have a good time. Whether I'm, Mamie with her crazy ass, Miss Pat, like, there's so many names, and I'm going to miss some people. My boy Gerald, it's so many people. If I keep going, I'm going to miss somebody. That when I hit the door, I'm going to feel all right. You know what I'm saying? And there have been times, let me tell you how cold Horizons is. You talking about family. on your birthday. We're sitting. A dude was drunk. His friend was taking him out.
Oh, I remember you telling me about
You talking about family, right? A dude was taking him out. And as he's taking him out, it's obvious the guy's drunk. It's no doubt about it, the guy's drunk. And as the guy is taking him out, he spilled his drink all on me. I'm talking about it wasn't a little bit, all on me. It scared me. Because at first I called him before he fell. And when I lifted him up, I say, dog. Yeah, he started going in. So I was like, 2 feet, bye, let's get over with. But I'm like, nah, this is my home. And it's your birthday. But what scared me was his boy was like, no, OG, I guess we know now. No, OG. And I said, nah, you good, bro. Don't worry about it. But I looked up and I'm watching people like ready to go into actions. Never women. For all those that say women don't, no, I ain't gonna say their names, but they all sit right there. Look, you see what I'm pointing to. And when I tell you they was coming, like with the quickness, I said, oh my God. Family. This is family. Horizon and more is family. I always wanted to ask you this, but this is a good time to ask you. They got you on camera. Okay. What's the and more? And where did you come up with the name Horizons? That's a lot, right? That's a lot.
It's biblical.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh. I don't know if I say cuss. Excuse me.
So, there is a scripture in the Bible. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is.
Okay.
But God says that he would scatter his people to a place.
Well, I see from the west. Yeah. I know the Bible a little bit. Yeah, I got you.
Just a little bit. So,
yes, it's a song.
That's where I got the name from, actually. And more is because there's no telling what I'll end up adding. For instance, cigar line, wine line, nonprofit, all the other stuff, and more.
I love that because one of the things I deal with a lot is people say, I thought you was a comedian, like I am. Yeah, but you do podcasting. Yeah, I do that too. But you write too? Yeah, I do that too. Aren't you a barber? Mm-hmm, do that too. And you make shirts. Mm-hmm, do all that. Why do people feel like you only have to be one-dimensional?
It's a mindset.
Huh?
It's a mindset.
So even naming the bar, you already knew that it's not going to just be a place for drinks. Can we talk about some of the things you have going on here for people who may not know?
Okay. Let's see. I have my own wine line, tailor-made wine. I have my own cigar line in which I'm still tweaking. The one that you're actually holding up has bourbon in it. And that should be the CEO's dessert, the small one. The small one?
Peach something.
That's peach Chardonnay?
Yes.
And that one right there is CEO's dessert?
Yes.
I'm going to let you take that one home.
I got one.
Not that one, you don't.
Oh, no, I got
That's one of the newest ones.
Okay, shit.
Great
meat was a good time.
And it goes very well with a cigar. And I'm going to let you try it. Okay. And then I have my tailor-made foundation, which is my nonprofit. So, I have my for-profit, I have my nonprofit, I have my both wine line and cigar. And then there's something else in a couple of more months I'm going to be releasing as well. So,
along with the and more, what type of events do you have here?
We have anything. I'm not anything, but we have a plethora of events. We have fight night, we have karaoke. Night? Okay. So Monday nights it's football season. So we have football played, we have Cajun King outside, and we're doing something now to where you can get food, drinks, and a hookah for one set price.
Okay.
Or if you don't want a hookah, you can get food and drink for one set price. You got to come in and see what that price is and see what's going on to get that. Tuesday night, we have karaoke. For those who don't know, my favorite song is We Have Something in Common.
We have something in common.
That's right. That's right.
And
Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Have you ever seen that video though?
Yes.
Oh
fun.
my God. I love that video.
It's
I love
fun.
that video.
It's fun.
So, Wednesday night, we have Women Whiskey Wednesday. And, that's open to brothers and sisters on the lead. Thursday night, we have Bike Night. Every Friday is Fedora Friday, which is live music. Saturday night, I've just given up on giving Saturday a name because it could be Situation Saturday. It could be Simple Saturday. It could be Scattered Everywhere Saturday. I mean, when I tell you Saturday night is a night of its own. We can only write history on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, of course, we play spades, dominoes, and it's just like a little family thing. That's it.
See, well, surely you charge a lot to get in. I mean, the cover charge got to be high, Toy. I mean, I listen, for the experienced band and Dee Dee and Tasha, and I'm just throwing names out there, people I've seen, even people that I've seen come from Houston. You brought bands from Houston and different artists and line dancing and step class and all these. You got a lot of stuff. You had, Chuckles, what's that?
Chuckles and Chats.
Chuckles and Chats and Point of View and it's always something. Surely you charge, Toya, at the door. I'm saying for people who may not know, they might watch this podcast like, I've never knew Horizons and more. What's the cover charge to get in?
I don't charge. There's no charge. Everyone tells me, and even my accountant, I mean, we get into it all the time. They're like, Toya, charge $5, charge $5, charge something. It'll help. I'm like, yes, it would help. You're right, it would. But, when we have events such as live music, you buy a table that helps offset the costs. I just don't believe you should charge to have a good time. Now, if it's dance instructions, you're being taught by somebody, then, pay that person the fee because it's their time and you're investing in what you're about to learn or what you're learning. Or if we're having, who knows if we'll come up with a knitting class. I mean, I don't know. You're going to pay for something, you're going to buy your yarn. But to have a good time, that is just not in here right now. And not to say that I won't never do it, but I'm strongly against it. Now, New Year's, something like that, of course, because of the simple fact that, and I still don't charge a lot. I think it's maybe $30, $35 or $65 for just a table.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you a full buffet, a bottle of champagne at your own table, the events, I don't believe in that charging thing when it comes to a bar. But, I could say something, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna be nice.
I already know where you're going. And we're not here to be messy because the thing is, sometimes you will make your money anyway because you have been a blessing to somebody else. I have found, and you know this because we've done business together, you don't get the prices other people get. and people have said, well, I heard, no, you don't know how much because you don't know what we do. Because there are certain people that you just have relationships with that you don't ever want that to come in. Now, I remember, I'll never forget, first time we did it, I did an event here. And I'm like, I ain't gonna, and you almost cussed me out trying to pay me. And we did Point of View. It was the first time we did it. And you were like, what the hell? And that was our first time doing business together. I'm like, hey, I just want to come in. And I'll never forget, and my cousin was like, Ray, why didn't you? I said, because I like her. Like, I like her. I can see us having a long relationship of business. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily friendship because I didn't know you yet. But I was like, other places I had tried to do business with in San Antonio, and I'm from here, was messy as fuck. Like, yeah. And they were shiesty. And so I was like, you know what? I just take my services somewhere else. So when I started coming here, I was like, man, this is cool. Like, this is cool. And don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people. I'm from San Antonio, born and raised on the northeast side. Let me make sure I say that. I ain't from the east side. All right. I ain't gonna lie. Born on the east side, right? But in 5th grade, I moved over here. I went to Roosevelt and Justin. I grew up in the Glen, so I got to put that out there for these people that's going to watch it and talk their shit about Sam Houston and Foxette and whatever. But anyway, the point is, like, sometimes people don't understand, and this is when you give so much and you don't charge, do you find yourself lacking? Or does God say, you know what, I'm going to take care of you in this way?
He's taking care of me in many of ways.
Okay.
Many of ways.
Let's talk. Because you just showed me your wine. You just talked about the cigars. Let's just talk, because I had it written down. I said, I'm not going to be churchy today, right? Because for whatever reason, people think I hate the church. I don't hate the church. I hate church folks, right? And these preachers, them old niggas, I can't stand a shiesty fucking preacher. I don't give a fuck when nobody say, you shiesty preachers die, because you are a cancer to the society. But I want to talk about just the spiritual side. It's something about when you do what God tells you to do. It seems that God just shows up in ways that you didn't even ask for. Can we speak on that? Because I think people need to know that side. Because from health issues to just life, I've seen you, girl. Like, I've seen you. We've had conversations that we're not going to talk about, but I've seen you come through some of the darkest moments, and then came out this mother shining.
Don't have me in tears, but you know, if I had to say it without saying it, since I've been these last 4 years, let me put it that way, I've been hit. I've been hit by some heavy darts. When I say heavy darts, and these darts weren't designed, all right now. Now you're getting ready to get the church girl coming out.
No, I want to get you.
Let me stop calling those darts hits or hits darts. However, I've had some attacks sent on my life that weren't necessarily designed to take me to my knees, because there's some attacks that come that are meant to take you out. Now, going to your knees is a good thing, because you ain't gonna do nothing but pray. But have you ever had that moment where you're laying prostrate before God?
Come on now.
And the only person that can pick you up is Him? Not when you want to get up. Sometimes I've just laid there like, God, I don't have the strength for this. And when I get out my truck, those days, it's an I don't want to, every step. But when I hit that door, game time. Because of the simple fact that encouraging yourself in the midst of hell and having to be seen 15 minutes before or 15 seconds before, you got to straighten up. Because if I walk in here sad, doomed, and woe is me, everybody's going to be looking like, what is wrong with her? Like, what's wrong? Like, you can't. I can't. Because if I did, what's going to happen?
Okay, we're here. The biblical text. David came to Ziklag.
Okay.
I want to say 1 Samuel chapter 30, somewhere around there. And 2 Samuel. And this dude was going through. And when he came already on the run from Saul. Saul wanted to kill him. Ain't did shit. He was like, look, bro, God anointed me king. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. But now I'm on the run. I come from helping somebody, and not only is my wife and children gone, but the whole town is burned down. Then it burned down everything that we had.
Facts.
And the Bible says that his homeboys talked about stoning him. Wait a minute, bro, we just came from battle together. So people that I've been rocking with, you want to stone me. And the Bible says that David cried, he had no more tears. That took me out. But then he said he encouraged himself in the Lord his God.
That's right.
He put on the ephod and he prayed. And he said, he turned the corner. Shall I pursue? And God said, go and recover all.
All.
So as I listen to you, I'm trying not to get old Ray. You know, get the Father God, you know, I love the Lord. I'm trying not to go there, right?
I didn't bring my tight shoes.
I'm trying not to go there, but the point is, there are times, Toya, where people try to take you out. Look, I don't know how to be that cute, churchy guy. There's some devils out in this motherfucker. I'm going to say it like I mean it. I'm sorry. I know people like, he just got through quoting scriptures. Yes, I'm me. Right? And there are some people that ain't no fucking good. There are some people who are trying to hurt you. All because you're trying to do right. All because you have a church on the corner called Horizons. Now, it might not be the church that you think it is, but you are the pastor of this sanctuary. People don't understand sanctuary just means separated for ministry. That's what this is. And you are the pastor. You have deacons. Come on, somebody. And the deacons are called waitresses and bartenders. Okay, you got some trustees. We call them DJs. Come on, you don't know what I'm talking about, girl. Like you got people on your team. You got a congregation that comes in and gives an offering every now and then. For libations. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, that'll be first Sunday. We're going to have a little communion with the food truck outside. Okay, I'm going too far. What I'm saying is, then you got security, you know. That's some deacons that used to be in the corners. Yeah, okay, anyway.
They got deacons in the church now that have to be on.
Yes. Yes. So what I'm saying is, Toya, a guy told me something that blew my mind. Shout out to Derek Jack. He said, Ray, if you believe in the power of comedy, that you can heal people by making them laugh, he said, you got to understand that you have created enemies because you make people laugh. So if the enemies of the skies, or whatever you want to call it, attacks me because I'm making somebody laugh, I got to put myself up under covering of somebody else. So now you are the pastor of Horizons. But that means you got to be covered by somebody, by something, not necessarily a church covering, because it's a different type of anointing. But maybe a mentor, or, you know, I know your circle, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't even know they're pouring oil onto your aching spirit. They don't even know it. You know, they don't even know that we do green tea shots. You know, last night I came here so tired. I told you, to get this interview, if you only knew what it took, because the devil was trying to stop it. When I say the devil, y'all, I'm just talking about the enemy, right? And I was on my way out, and I see my cousin. He walked in, and now I'm like, let's do a shot. I don't want to do a shot. I'm tired. I'm mad. What's going on? I didn't want to tell him what was going on. An hour later, we're laughing, joking, everything else. I was like, well, it's funny how your ministry heals. So I want to tell you, thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Travel back again.
Back again.
How you go? The heart is true. You're a friend and a comfort. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, before we stop, what is your message to, and I'm going to be very specific, and if I'm wrong for this, I apologize. But what is your message to a young black woman who's watching this, who's thinking about stepping out on faith and saying, I want to do X, Y, Z, not necessarily a bar owner, but they want to step out on faith and say, you know what, I'm going to do something great, but I'm scared. I don't have the resources. My family says it's never been done. I got more haters than I got contributors. What is your message to them as we close out the show?
My message would be, first of all, know who you are.
Oh,
Have self-confidence in you. Because if you don't know who you are, when people start coming, they'll try to detour you from what you're standing for. So my first thing would be know who you are. Number 2 was know how to stand alone. Because if you cannot stand alone in the midst of the trying times, and they come more than what you ever know. And number 3, is know that everyone is not your friend. People come, spirits come, the enemy comes, the devil comes, in all shapes, form, sizes, good looking, smelling good, money right, all them things. But honey, if you don't know the first 2, when this number 3 comes along, because I've seen women in this business that try to make a name for themselves. They make a name for themselves because they end up sleeping with everybody. Just to get somewhere, where's that going to take you? So if you know who you are, you know how to stand alone, and you know when them different assignments come, you'll be able to withstand anything. Because if you don't know the first 2 and can't do the first 2, there's no foundation. Your foundation is made strong when you can stand on anything. And yes, you may waver. The foundation may shake. But as long as you continue standing, no matter what you're going through in any type of business, and this is for my brothers and my sisters, because, you know, we all get caught off guard. Because I know it's, you know, I ain't gonna say it, but anyway.
I'm listening. Because somebody needs to hear it.
I mean, if you know those 3 things,
Yeah.
and have faith that you know what you're doing, you know how in the churches say, you got to know when you know it.
Yeah.
You got to know when you know it, that you know that what you're doing is going to make a difference, that it's going to be a change. Be that change, because the day and time that we're living in right now, you don't know what turning corners may do for somebody. You don't know who you may meet while you're doing turning corners. You may meet a man that you shake his hand and the world is yours tomorrow. You may meet someone that is laying prostrate and can't get up. You can still be up, down on that floor, face down, and still walking. So if you can speak to that person, if I can speak to that person and be the instrument, because that's all we are. We're just instruments being used for a greater purpose. My purpose happens to be people. I love people that don't necessarily love me, but at the same token, I know the ones that are in need of what I have. And if that is changing people when they come into Horizons and more, then to God be the glory. I'm not going to change. I'm going to continue being Toya, because that's all I know how to do. So to that business owner that's trying, to any relationship that is going through those things, you got to first know those two things.
Wow. Yeah.
That's in the church, out of the church. Don't lose them. That's what I would say to them.
No, I love it. I love it.
That's the lady speaking. Now the gone. Know your shit. Know your shit, man.
I love it. I love it. Listen, thank you so much for just hanging out with me. Thank you for opening up your beautiful club. Yeah, because you could have been doing anything else. And I appreciate you allowing us, to come and hang out with you and everything else. Of course, you see me tonight because I'll be back for Monday Night Football. But I just want to tell you, thank you. For those of y'all that are watching, I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all again. It's your boy Ray. Can't get right without the Lord. I holla.
Thing about being the trailblazer, you're going to smell like smoke.
Going city to city, we turn a corner. When you a trailblazer smelling like smoke, pay attention to the joke.